welcome back to my Kosovo road trip. I am currently at a place called the Prizren Viewpoint and I am hoping to drive into the Sharr Mountain National Park. I left Prizren about half an hour ago. I've driven up a little mountain road to get here through a few villages and the views behind me are just stunning. There is a magnificent panorama. I can see Prizren in the distance, lots of villages here in the foreground and mountains both sides. If this is Sharr Mountain National Park, then I am going to like it a lot. I haven't got many plans. All I know is that I want to end up in Pristina. I've got to return the rental car to the airport and hopefully catch a bus in. But the Sharr Mountains are a huge mountain range, so I'm sure there's going to be lots to keep me occupied. They extend not only in Kosovo but throughout North Macedonia and also Albania, so I've got a feeling there's going to be lots to see. There's not many tourists about, in fact it's generally very quiet, so I am looking forward to exploring a little bit of unmapped Kosovo. Beautiful as Kosovo is, and it is an insanely wonderful country, there is just so much litter around. I mean, look at these stunning views. In the distance there you can see a village and a mountain top and loads of green fields and woodland forests. But here at the viewpoint, I'm a bit further up the road from the Prizren viewpoint, but look at all this litter just thrown around. I've seen this as well in other Balkan countries like Montenegro and Albania, just incredibly beautiful, but just litter everywhere. So hopefully at some point there'll be some kind of initiative, perhaps government-led, that really clears up this mess. It will turn a beautiful country into an even more beautiful one. So it looks like if I turn right here and go up this gravel road, it's 2.5 kilometers. I'm guessing there's a village up there. There is a sign here as well. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Maybe it's a silent C, so Viljen, something like that. And there is also some information signs here. We've got an 11-minute hike and a 47-minute hike. So I'm guessing you can hike into the villages there somehow. There's always a sign here as well. It says, please don't leave the trail. So I'm not sure if that's because there's private property about or if there are still unexploded landmines. I know that there is still a problem in Kosovo. They are trying to remove the landmines that were planted here during the Kosovo War that haven't got round to all of it yet, so it's quite likely that in this area there's still some unexploded landmines. The UCK, the Kosovo Liberation Army. I just stopped on the side of the road because I saw this dirt track up here and I was intrigued as to where it might go, and then I saw this memorial, and there are lots of these around Kosovo, particularly in the southwest and west of the country. The Albanian flag here on the entrance, and it looks like it is a grave site, definitely a memorial with plaques up remembering the Kosovo Liberation Army soldiers. This would have been a war zone a couple of decades ago. I would definitely not have been able to come to this area then because there was intense fighting. And if you're interested in that history, then I did a video on it between Peja and Jakova when I drove that the other day. So check out my previous video. It is a horrific story, really. At this stage I don't know what is down the end of this road. I'm hoping it is going to at some point rejoin the main road that goes through the Sharr Mountain National Park, but we will see. I just hope I haven't got to go back again. definitely can't say you don't get the real Kosovo in these vlogs. I've been driving along this track now for about 25-30 minutes. The car started making that crazy noise again. Listen to this. Like a rattling. That's a little bit different from the other day. According to the Google map that I'm using, that kind of works sometimes, some of the roads on Google Maps don't exist, and then there are roads where Google Maps say there are no roads, so it's not massively reliable out here. But Google Maps is saying that in about a kilometre's time there is a sharp left turn, so I'm hoping that's going to turn me back onto a paved road and then take me down into the valley. We'll see. Up in a little town called Reçan or Reçan, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. The guy over there has, I just went and asked him if I'm alright parking here, and he was really friendly. The guy who works in the garage doesn't speak much English, but there was another guy that speaks a lot of English, and he was telling me about the litter problem. He was saying that when he was young, if he threw litter about in the countryside, he would be, let's say, told in no uncertain terms by his father that that wasn't acceptable. So the litter problem frustrates him as much as it disappoints and saddens me to see all this litter strewn around. But anyway, I'm going to take a quick walk through the little town now. It's more of a village actually, and there's a river up here that I want to have a look at. It looked really nice as I drove across it. I missed this parking space in the first instance and had to come back. Lovely houses positioned up there on the hillside. There are a number of skiing areas in this national park. I'm not sure if this is one of them. I don't think it's quite high enough to get all the good slopes. But look at that lovely river coming down from the mountains. You can't park there, mate. Lots of auto service repair shops, car repair garages, and that river continues down into the valley. And these houses are really, really pretty. Look at this. In the winter time, the weather turns crazy cold and snows a lot up here. Hence why there are lots of piles of wood about. Little kiosk there selling food and drink. Another town up ahead, and I believe there is a visitor centre there, so I'm going to poke my head in, and I think the ski village is somewhere up there. We're getting really high now. We'll soon be in the clouds. Look at this just magnificent landscape in front of me. First time since I've been in Kosovo that I've had a jumper on. We are really in the clouds now and it's getting quite cold, and I've not even arrived at the ski village yet. That'll be next hopefully, but this is a place called Prevalla, I think it is, and this is the tourist information centre. It's a smart one, and if I turn around you can see it is funded by the European Union. That's pretty cool. Unfortunately though, it is closed, so we won't be getting any information from the tourist centre today, but it looks like there's a few bits to look around. Maybe there's a storm coming as well. If you look up at the clouds, it's looking pretty mean up there. Lots of different jams, looks like, at this stall. Looking very local. Hello. Just making a video, is that okay? Friendly guy, just asking if I was alright. More jams. We've got a vacant stall here. And then lots of decorations into the, oh, it's a restaurant, is it? Ah, Market Prevalla is to the left, so I think that's where we'll go. Look at this. This is actually like a ski village itself. Maybe it is. Maybe this is also another ski village. It looks amazing. Let's go and just explore this little fruit stall here. Hello. Little supermarket. And lots of fruit here for sale as well. Oh man, yeah. May get a peach. Certainly looks very busy. I'm on the green now. Kind of slopes up towards the mountains. People are out here having picnics. Lots of people about. Markets and restaurants are behind me there. And hello. And over there you can see on the hillside, it looks a little bit like Switzerland or Austria, the kind of ski lodges. You can imagine being stuck in them for the whole winter. The snow up here, I bet, is crazy in the winter. Okay, well, it's great to see. But I'm going to get back in the car now and try and make it to the ski village that's even higher in elevation than this place.